Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a profound, yet honestly pretty simple philosophical concept about seeking happiness. It's really an exploration of how we can manage to find the light when our surroundings seem absolutely pitch black. And it all starts with a rather challenging premise. Is it possible to find bliss in every single situation? Seriously, think about that for a second. Every situation? It sounds almost impossible, right? Like a completely unrealistic order when life is throwing its absolute worst at you. But the source text we're looking at today makes this bold, completely unapologetic claim that it is, in fact, entirely possible if we fundamentally shift our perspective. Okay, let's dive into this. Right out of the gate, the text gives us a clear, undeniable mandate: discover ways to be blissful, whatever the situation. I absolutely love the phrasing here. Notice how it isn't passive at all. It doesn't say wait for bliss to happen to you or hope that bliss just randomly arrives. It demands that we actively discover ways. It's a direct instruction. We literally have to be the active participants, the explorers in our own joy.
Section 1. The Dark Road Metaphor.
So, to understand exactly how to discover this bliss, let's look at this incredibly relatable metaphor the author uses. Just imagine you're walking on a road at night. It's dark, it's maybe a little scary or kind of disorienting, but then you see this tiny glimpse of light far away. Instinctively, you walk towards it. I mean, it's almost a biological imperative, isn't it? As humans, our natural, immediate instinct when we're plunged into darkness is to orient ourselves toward whatever tiny speck of illumination we can find. We don't just stare into the blackness, we instinctively seek out the light. And here's the really beautiful, crucial addition the author makes to this scenario. No matter how far away it looks. You see, the sheer physical distance between you and that light doesn't change your instinct. Even if it's just a microscopic pinprick on the horizon, miles and miles away, you keep your eyes fixed right on it. It basically becomes your North Star, naturally guiding your steps through the dark. Section 2. Seeking the light. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact parallel the author wants us to understand. How does this build from the physical world of that dark road directly into our psychological state? Well, just as your eyes naturally fix on a physical light in the dark, your mind can fixate on blissfulness during a struggle. The mechanics are exactly the same. The darkness represents our struggles, our bad days, maybe sudden tragedies. But the focus mechanism, that deliberate act of looking forward and seeking a positive anchor, doesn't change at all. When we train our minds to operate exactly like our physical eyes do in the dark, we start prioritizing solutions in moments of grace over the surrounding gloom. Let's just sit with the author's direct translation of this metaphor for a moment. In the same way, always have eyes fixed on blissfulness and you will always be on the blissful life. Just let that breathe. If your focus is locked onto joy, onto gratitude, onto peace, the path you're walking automatically becomes the blissful life. Your trajectory is determined entirely by what you consciously choose to look at. In our daily routines, this basically means catching ourselves when we start spiraling into negativity and deliberately pivoting our attention back to something, really anything that brings a sense of calm or joy. Section 3. The intentional search. Now let's be clear, this isn't just some passive feel-good meditation. It takes real effort. It requires an intentional, sometimes really stubborn refusal to let the dark win. So the crucial point is, whatever the situation, it's a text capitalizes this for a massive reason. There's literally no asterisk here. There's no fine print saying, except when you're stuck in awful traffic, or except when you've had a really terrible week at work. The instruction is absolute. And just in case we missed it or tried to rationalize our way out of it, the source text aggressively doubles down. Yes. Whatever the situation. The author deliberately leaves zero room for exceptions. Why? Well, because the very moment we allow an exception, we give ourselves an excuse to turn our gaze right back to the darkness. It's a radical, completely uncompromising approach to safeguarding your own happiness. Now, what's really interesting about this final promise the text leaves us with is just how profound it is. If you have eyes searching for blissfulness, you will find it. It frames happiness not as some lucky accident, but as the guaranteed, inevitable result of an intentional, active search. If you are looking for the light, you will eventually spot it. The very act of searching literally tunes your mind to perceive the joy that's already there, just waiting for you in the shadows. It's kind of like cognitive behavioral training. You're literally rewiring your brain to spot opportunities for gratitude that you would otherwise just walk right past. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final, provocative thought. What light are you searching for today? The dark road is a given. We're all going to have to walk it at some point in our lives for sure. But the light you choose to focus on, that is entirely 100% up to you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I challenge you to keep your eyes fixed firmly on the bliss.